Attention please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
It is the 241st birthday of this great country. Lady Liberty welcomes us on July 4th. All the things that make this country great, we celebrate on a day like this. Paul O'Neill likes this. Food's involved, so that's a big part of this holiday. Hot dogs, of course. You have to have a barbecue. Stars and stripes adorn every home. And baseball. Oh, yeah. Apple pie, hot dogs, and baseball. It is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. Today, it's the New York Yankees against the Toronto Blue Jays in the middle game of a three-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, and a happy July 4th as well, along with Paul O'Neill and David Cohn. I'm Michael Kay. Well, the Yankees got this holiday off to a good start with a 6-3 victory last night over the Toronto Blue Jays in the first game of this three-game set. And a guy who struggled some but has been hot of late, an unlikely hero last night, Chase Headley.
Well, he has been a streaky hitter, and last night after being hit by a pitch early, forcing a run, he comes in with a big two-run double in the bottom of the eighth inning, kind of broke the game open for the Yankees. Chase Headley has been up and down. He's going through a good streak right now. With the injuries to the Yankees lineup, he could really help, and he can also help with his glove. Last play of the game. Good night for Headley. Good night for the Yankees.
So the Yankees win the first one. Now they try to take the second in today's pitching matchup, brought to you by People's United Bank. N.A. Jay Happ, the left-hander, will go for the Blue Jays. And off the DL and into the rotation, C.C. Sabathia, 7-2, 3.46. And David, really, C.C. Sabathia's pitched much better than anybody could have expected.
Well, without a doubt, CC was on a 5-game winning streak before he had to go on the DL with his hamstring injury. But once again, I think Sabathia has reinvented himself this year, throwing many more sliders. I think that's his best pitch. He can backdoor it to righties. He can dominate lefties with it. Sabathia also in those 5 wins came after Yankees losses, so he is the veteran of the staff. He's the stopper. Going to be the continuer today with the Yankees winning the first game.
And the Yankees are hoping to get about 5 innings out of Sabathia coming off of the DL stint. Now, July 4th is a big day in Yankee history. George Steinbrenner was born on this date in 1930. The luckiest man on the face of the earth speech by Lou Gehrig on Lou Gehrig Day at Yankee Stadium in 1939. Mickey Mantle hit his 300th home run in 1960. And who could forget Dave Righetti's no-hitter against the Boston Red Sox with Wade Boggs striking out as the final out. That's 1983. And Phil Niekro, the next year, notched his 3,000th strikeout. And it actually was a pass ball, and the runner actually reached on that 3,000 strikeout. Well, the New York Yankees have taken the field here at Yankee Stadium, and we will join the public address announcer here at Yankee Stadium, Paul Olden.
Taking the field today with the Yankees on this Independence Day, as part of the Yankees Field of Dreams program, are children from TAPS, Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, who care for families of America's fallen heroes. Through its sports initiative, Team 4 TAPS, those who have lost a parent in combat are given a chance to connect with the teams and athletes they cheered for with their loved one. TAPS was founded in 1994 and has helped 70,000 surviving families across this great nation. In addition, they're joined on the field by the founder of TAPS, Bonnie Carroll, a 2015 recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm Yankee Stadium ovation for Bonnie and all these children as we honor the sacrifice their parents made for this country. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the area behind home plate. The colors for today's game are being presented by the United States Air Force Color Guard. Now, please direct your attention to the microphones behind home plate and welcome the United States Air Force Band's Brass Quintet. They will first perform "O Canada," and then please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by USAA. Join USAA in honoring our fallen heroes. By NYU Langone Orthopedics. And by Buick. Visit tristatebuick.com for great lease offers. Now, everybody's having a good time on a beautiful July 4th here in New York City. So let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup that will face CC Sabathia. The Blue Jays have lost 5 straight. They're 37-45. They'll lead off their right fielder, Jose Bautista. Russell Martin will catch. He'll bat second. Hitting third baseman Josh Donaldson. Justin Smoke at first base will clean up. Batting fifth, the DH, Kendrys Morales. Troy Tulowitzki at shortstop, bat sixth. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Steve Pearce. Kevin Pillar will play center. He's going to bat eighth, and batting ninth and playing second base, it's Darwin Barney.
And the big fella's back, Paulie. He was missed as Sabathia was rolling before he injured his hamstring. 75 1/3 innings, 24 walks against 62 strikeouts, and a 7-2 record.
Bautista's ready. Sabathia is ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch is a strike, and we are underway.
And the pitcher scatter report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers, and what a welcome sight. He was rolling 5-0 in his last 6 starts with an 0.99 ERA and those winning ways. And Cy Young is next, just 7 Ks away from surpassing Cy Young on the all-time strikeout list. So Sabathia climbing the ladder.
It's quite a name, right? Just Cy Young into the conversation. Wow.
7 strikeouts will tie him as he's approaching the top 20 all time.
It's the first thing you look at coming back, Coney, after a 2 or 3 week delay. You look at a breaking ball, you look at velocity. What are you looking at?
The first thing I would look at, yeah, obviously you do the radar gun check and make sure his velocity is there, and then command. You know, the last thing you want is a long first inning. A lot of pitches early in this start because he is going to be limited on a pitch count coming off the DL.
See how I check with my pitching coach here, Mike?
Smart move. Here's the 2-2. Line drive, foul ball. Let me give you the umpires today. Ronald Culpa behind the plate. Chris Conroy at first. Ed Hickox is at second. And the crew chief, Jerry Meals, is over at third. Well, before he went on the DL, Sabathia 5-0 with a 0.99 in the 6 previous starts. Fly ball, left center, long run for Ellsbury, and he makes the play and hits into the wall. So he hauled it in left center and took an extra base hit away from Bautista.
Well, these first outs of an inning, especially in the first inning, are big. And, there's nothing like, Coney said, you want to go get a quick first inning, and that can help right there. Good play by Ellsbury. Good to be a left-handed center fielder when you're running towards the left field gap.
There's Russell Martin hitting .211. And there's a strike.
Tell you one thing, if you learned from Tanaka last night how to manage through this lineup is to get ahead. So many strike ones last night, and then they you can elevate in the dirt anything you want if you get ahead.
Boy, a whole different look for Tanaka right now.
He's feeling a lot better about himself, huh?
Confidence back.
1-1. 1-2. Well, that'll get your confidence back. Last 3 starts, 2-0, 1.29, 5 walks, 22 strikeouts, and the thing that really haunted him early, he's not allowed a home run. And the 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2.
So looking back last night, Coney, he really missed blatantly with 1 slider, and it was hit for a double. Wasn't hit out, but other than that, didn't miss with a lot of pitches that could have been driven out of the ballpark.
Fly ball, right center on the run is Ellsbury getting his work in, and he makes the play. Left center, right center, 2 outs. Let's check the defense. Presented by Geico. We'll start with Ellsbury in center. In left field, it's Gardner, and Clint Frazier is in right. Don't worry, Aaron Judge in the lineup. He's DH. In the infield, Headley, Gregorius, Torreyes, and Carter. That's third to first. Sanchez behind the plate. On the mound, Karsten, Charles, Sabathia.
Again, gap to gap. Get your track shoes on and be loose early. Ellsbury, good positioning for this ball was even hit. Yes, Mo, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer.
There's Josh Donaldson. Such a good player, such a good hitter. So odd to see him struggling the way he is. 1 hit in his last 23 at-bats.
Yeah, Donaldson has gone through some injuries this year, and it just will frustrate you. And there's another one just off the end of the bat.
And Jacoby Ellsbury ties a major league record held by so many with 3 putouts. Blue Jays nothing, and the Yankees coming to bat.
No.
I'll be coming home. Wait for me.
It's an awesome feeling. U.S. News and World Report named Tampa General Hospital the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay. Again, great news for everyone who calls the Bay Area home. TGH is also nationally ranked as one of America's best hospitals in 6 specialties for 2016-2017, which means there's even more to feel good about. Tampa General Hospital, expert care in your corner.
44 and 37. And the leader off the left fielder, Brett Gardner. Aaron Judge, the DH, bats second. Hitting third, the catcher, Gary Sanchez. D.D. Gregorius, the shortstop, cleans up. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Chase Headley. Jacoby Ellsbury in center field will bat sixth. Batting seventh, playing first base, Chris Carter. Ronald Torreyes at second base will hit eighth. And batting ninth and playing right field today, the rookie, Clint Frazier.
And here's the veteran lefty, Jay Happ, for the Blue Jays. He was a 20-game winner last year. A little different story this year. This will just be his 10th start. 2-5, 3.71 ERA, and 51 innings, 51 strikeouts. Let's tell you a little bit more with our pitcher scouting report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers. And really, he's always had a deceptive fastball, averaging around 92 to 93 miles an hour. But he's got good riding action, good high spin on his four-seamer, mixes in a two-seamer, always seems to get late swings. He's also a strike thrower, as we saw with those numbers. Just 9 base on balls so far this year. One of the best control artists or percentage in terms of base on balls in the big leagues with a minimum of 50 innings pitched. And elbow room, that's really the reason why he's only got 9 starts. He spent some time on the DL, almost 6 weeks with an elbow issue. He's left his throwing arm, so he's all the way back now. It seems like his last 3 or 4 starts has been throwing very well.
There's Brett Gardner. Yankees decked out in their July 4th inspired uniforms. And there's a strike. Yankees did make a couple of roster moves today, so Sabathia is activated, and so is Adam Warren, so the bullpen gets better. And the Yankees option Domingo Germán and Brian Mitchell at AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. There's a ground ball to second, charging Barney, and he flips to first, 1 away. So the Yankees send down Mitchell because they want him to start, and they want to make sure he's in the rotation down there. And Warren obviously replaces Germán in the bullpen, and then CeCe moves into the rotation. Luis Cessa now will go into the bullpen and be the long man. So here's Aaron Judge. An all-star starter. Also, he will be in the home run derby. Pitch outside.
A lot of people just assumed Cessa, he was making the spot starts, was the odd man out through the CC. But, you know, Cessa has pitched out of the bullpen. And with Germán struggling his last couple outings, decided to kind of flip-flop a little bit, take him back into the bullpen. Or set up for long relief, huh, Coney?
Well, that's the point, and you can move up the ladder in a hurry, you know, when you have a bullpen that's kind of struggled.
The 2-0. There's a strike to Judge. So Judge got the most votes in the American League, youngest player to lead the American League in votes since Ken Griffey Jr. was 24 in 1994. Rip foul. And Judge broke his bat. Let's look at the game time weather presented by City MD. Feeling under the weather? Just walk into City MD Urgent Care. 82 degrees, perfect. Humidity is 47%, not much wind. And it is indeed a gorgeous day for baseball. Two-two.
Interesting to see the home run derby, Paulie, in Miami with Judge and Sanchez back to back in this lineup and competing in that home run derby.
2-2. 3-2.
You know, according to Statcast this year, both Aaron Judge and Sanchez are 1-2 in exit velocity on home runs. Average. Judge a little over 110 miles an hour and Sanchez 109.
Swing and a miss. Chased the pitch. Looked like it was out of the zone. So Judge down on strikes. Let's take a look at the Blue Jays defense presented by Geico. You've got Pearson left, Pilar, who can go get him with anybody. He's in center. Bautista, great arm and right. In the infield, Donaldson, Tulowitzki, Barney, and Swope. That's third to first. Russell Martin is behind the plate. Blue Jays made a roster move. Miguel Montero, who was acquired from the Cubs after they designated him for assignment. He's been added to the roster. And then last night's catcher, Luke Maley, goes on the DL with a knee injury. Sanchez likes hitting at home, an 11-game hitting streak here in the Bronx, during which time he's .419, 18 for 43.
You know, after being on the DL early, he's quietly really come back, and now being, you know, selected to the All-Star team. Put together a solid year after missing some time early. It's funny when you're on a team that's got somebody as much exposure as Aaron Judge. You know, you could kind of go along with your business and feel real comfortable about just having a good, solid year.
Well, Sanchez does make the All-Star team. Third Yankee catcher 24 or younger to make the All-Star team. Thurman Munson in 1971 and Yogi in 1948 and 49. Slow roller toward third. Backhanded by Tulowitzki. Fires. Not in time. Infield single for Sanchez.
Well, early in the year, I mentioned Gary Sanchez has a ton of line drives at people. And, you know, every once in a while you're owed something. Let's make sure he's safe easily.
It looked like Donaldson had second thoughts there. He was going to try to barehand it and then decided the backhand with the glove, and that was the difference in the play.
Kind of sense when Donaldson fielded the ball with the glove that he wasn't going to get him. He looked like he was trying to angle the barehanded but couldn't get the angle. Gregorius fouls it back, and a one-handed catch by a fan in the stands. Going to Gary Sanchez, number 24 jersey.
You know, Didi, not your typical fourth hitter, and especially a lefty going against a lefty, but Didi is so good at staying in there and putting together good at-bats. Joe Girardi had no options. I mean, no doubt that, you know, he could fill this spot in the middle of the order.
Hitting .321 against left-handers this year. 17 for 53. The 1-1 from Happ. Grounded foul. 1-2.
We talked last year, Coney, a Happ 20-game winner. I mean, you look at this, he's on a roll. I mean, earned run-wise, and, the earned runs he gives up, last 4 starts, I mean, 0, 1, 2. So he has pitched much better than a lot of things indicate. And it just shows you where this offense is for the Toronto Blue Jays. Not a lot of run support.
Now, speaking of support, Didi is part of the Final 5, and he could make it into the All-Star game with the fan vote, but right now he's second in the final vote. Xander Bogaerts leads. He has 41%, and Gregorius just 22%. And voting ends on Thursday. 1-2. Still 1-2. Well, you could vote for Didi Gregorius as the final American League All-Star. Go to Yankees.com/vote. Cast your 2017 Esurance MLB All-Star Game final vote. Send Didi to the All-Star Game in Miami. Vote now. Voting ends at 4 p.m. on Thursday. That's July 6th. It's key for Didi, though, to campaign in the swing states. I mean, you're just not going to get an overall vote.
See, he's got his campaign clothes on with the stars and stripes on his socks, and I tell you, I don't know if it's held against him that so many people are going from the Yankees, but Didi, I mean, deservedly has had a phenomenal year. Just a tough position right now in baseball.
Swing and a miss, and Gregorius down on strikes. No runs to hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We played 1 at the stadium. It's 0-0 here on Yes.
No. I'll be coming home. Wait for me.
What if there was a paint that could reawaken something old? Because it could form a strong bond, regardless.
Conversation brought to you by Toyota. Prius Prime is the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. What is your favorite memory from watching past baseball games on July 4th? And Steve Discala says, my very first Yankee game at the stadium, Dave Righetti's no-hitter. Follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag Yankees Prius Prime to keep the conversation going. Let's take a look and a listen to the final out.
He sets the kick and the pitch. He struck him out. Righetti has pitched a no-hitter. Dave Righetti has pitched a no-hitter.
And that was the voice of the great Frank Messer. And Dave Righetti, before he became a reliever, was a really good starter. And he walked 4, struck out 9. First Yankee no-hitter since Don Larson's perfect game in 1956. But there have been many since. Justin Smoke against Sabathia here in the second. There's a strike.
Yeah, he had 4 walks.
Terrible game, right? Just didn't have control, right?
Not like it was a perfect game.
Not like it was perfect, yeah.
James, how many pitches did he throw in that game? Did he pass the 100-pitch count?
I got one for you for pitch counts. Back in 1925, Yankee pitcher Herb Pennock threw a 15-inning shutout. He beat Lefty Grove from the Washington Senators at Yankee Stadium on this date. They didn't keep track of pitches back then.
Yeah, once you broke 200, they started thinking about it.
15-inning shutout.
Justin Smoke is the Blue Jays' lone representative in the All-Star game. Fly ball right field. On the run into the corner is Frazier, and he makes the play. Outfielders getting in some legwork.
Yeah, Frazier in left yesterday, right today. He's going to realize quick, left and right. Not a lot of room down the lines here in Yankee Stadium. Yep. Put on the brakes quick.
No messing around with a rookie, right? Left field, right field. You got to learn fast up here.
All joking aside, no pitch count for Rigetti. The pitch count totals were real spotty before 1988.
Spotty as if they didn't care.
Yeah. You could still pick up the ball. You could still throw it.
You tired? No? Okay, go out. And there's a strike. Now, Girardi would be thrilled to get 5 innings out of Sabathia. He's missed 19 games while on the DL. Team 6-13 in those 19 games. So usually you come off the DL, you have a rehab assignment, but CC said, let's get me into the starting rotation.
Rehab on the spot.
Want to waste any bullets at this point?
Well, they got so many, right?
Yes.
You don't want to waste them in the minor leagues, especially if they're good ones.
3-1. Yankees are 10-3 in Sabathia starts this year.
It's amazing. Last year, you know, so much was written about CC, and he's got to become this and become that. Where would the Yankees be without Sabathia on this pitching staff early in the year?
Up the middle, right there is Torreyes.
It's got to be a weird thing, Coney, as a pitcher, when you see one go right through the wickets. I always meant base hit, but not this day and age with the shift.
No doubt about it. You see Sabathia almost with a kick save there. Threw his heel at it. Good thing he missed.
Now coming back off the DL, Sabathia threw a 3-inning sim game, but that certainly didn't stretch him out. You can't really approximate the same kind of energy that you would in a game. Grounded to first. Carter had him play beautifully. He retires Tulowitzki, and that'll do it. As the Blue Jays go down in order, 1, 2, 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. 0-0.
No. I'll be coming home. Wait for me.
What if there was a paint that could reawaken something old? Because it could form a strong bond, regardless of age. If a paint could give any surface stunning new life, is it still paint? Regal Select Exterior from Benjamin Moore.
It's just a burst pipe. I can fix it.
No.
With Claim Rate Guard, your rates won't go up just because of a claim.
I totally could have.
Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Mets GM Brian Cashman gave Chase Headley a vote of confidence prior to last night's game, saying he is our third baseman moving forward. Headley responded by going 2 for 3 last night with 3 runs batted in, including a 2-run double that opened things up in the 8th. When Headley was told of Cashman's comments after the game, he said it's certainly nice to hear, but the reality is, regardless of what he says, it's not going to change how I prepare and what I'm trying to do. This isn't about one guy. This isn't about me. This is about the Yankees, and I'm just trying to do my part to contribute. Guys, he also described his season to me as a little bit of a roller coaster, too much of a roller coaster for his liking.
And he leads off here in the second. It has been a roller coaster. Good April, really rough May, good June, last 17 games, 345.
You know, if you have a player who's going to be streaky, you know, you can deal with the downtimes and the bad streaks if, you know, you do get the bounce back. It's just the players that don't bounce back. And if Chase Headley's going to catch the ball at third base and he's going to give you a good month here or there, you can deal with that. And you look at other positions to pick up offensively. And, you know, he's picked a great time, like we said in the pregame, to kind of turn things around offensively. You know, you talk about Aaron Hicks and Holiday and Castro. That is a lot of your offense not on the field right now.
Here's Ellsbury. One and 0.
Ellsbury, another guy quietly back in the lineup that could really help this team offensively, you know, if he goes through one of his hot streaks.
Nice play by Barney, and he gets Ellsbury for the second out.
Good range. Kind of a half slide. Jump up and plenty of time to get Ellsbury.
I'll tell you one thing, as you're running down the line, you're just hoping as he dives, this just kicks out of his glove just for a moment, but nope. Your heart just sinks as the hitter's like, take a right turn, go to the dugout.
The pitch to Carter.
Never had that disappointment, did you, Coney? You expected to make out from your pitcher, right?
Yeah, there's sometimes you wanted to make outs, especially when I got older.
Yeah.
You want to expend any energy.
Didn't even want to run the bases, huh? You guys score the runs, I'll get the outs.
Go up there and just take 3.
One and 2. You know, Joe was questioned why Carter today. Had a rough night last night, and he said, well, he's got some success against Happ, and you see the success. Fouled away.
Carter pretty much a fastball hitter, and you know, when he does drive home runs, a lot of times, you know, Happ is a fastball pitcher percentage-wise, so should be a good matchup. This is a scary time for Carter with 2 strikes. He seems to really leave the strike zone a little bit too much. Take there.
Two, 3 and 2. Carter 8 homers and 26 runs batted in, hitting .203. This is his second stint with the Yanks. Torres is on deck. Three-two. Fly ball right field. Bautista toward the line. He's there, and he'll make the play as the Yankees go down in order. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the third. 0-0 here on July 4th.
California breaks way back in a deep center walk-off home run.
Finally, partner, our own office.
Never gonna forget this, Dave.
Selfie?
Yeah.
Okay, desk in the background.
Okay.
Best day ever.
Hello, the Hartford.
Hi, we've had some property damage. Please tell me we're covered.
Yes, don't worry. You chose the right small business insurance.
When the unexpected strikes, the Hartford strikes back. It's why over 1 million small businesses and their agents trust the Hartford.
Thank you. Thanks.
We're trying to figure out a way that we can introduce sale to the Boston fans.
What if we get an ice cream truck? You guys go around Boston and give out free ice cream to the fans.
I'll let Bank of America get the truck, but the ice cream's gonna be on me.
Ice cream!
There you go, buddy.
Great, but how much does it cost?
It's on sale.
But I need to know the price.
Right there.
I'm your guy.
Okay, what is it?
What is what?
The price.
Right here.
Right, but how much is it?
Don't worry about it. It's on sale.
Somewhat synonymous with July 4th and the hot dog eating concert or contest at Nathan's. Come out to Yankee Stadium this Friday, July 7th, when the Yankees take on the Brewers in an interleague matchup. It's Yankees Beach Towel Night, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees Beach Towel courtesy of Delta Airlines. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees Clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. They are in the spirit of the day. Steve Pierce leads off. And there's a strike. One and two.
A good breaking ball so far, Coney. He has had good control of that. Good break on it.
It's one of the changes Sabathia's made this year is throw that pitch more often. It's still, I think it's his best pitch. His slider, he can throw it to both sides of the plate. Another one is there, throwing more four-seamers like we were talking about Tanaka. Sabathia, 93 miles an hour. That's plenty of velocity if he mixes in all of his pitches. So rather than trying to cut it all the time over the last couple of years, now he's four-seaming it more this year with great effect.
Of lately, you've seen a lot of the Yankee pitchers pitching up in the strike zone, and it's just over the year, keep the ball down, keep the ball, and you forget how easy it is. Not easy, but how much more comfortable it is as a hitter to continually see the ball down. It never makes you change anything as a hitter.
Fly ball left field. Going back is Gardner, and he'll make the play in front of the scoreboard for the first out.
Kind of a little flatter slider there. Those are the ones that get hit a little bit easier, and it just didn't quite have the break, but got in enough on the handle to keep it in the ballpark.
And Sabathia so far using up all the yardage in the outfield, almost line to line.
It's Kevin Pillar. He's had an unusual season. First 45 games of the year, he hit .303. And in his last 35 games, he's hitting .180. Outstanding defender in center.
Good sign. Sabathia, 93 miles an hour. Good life up in the zone. All that talk over the last 2 or 3 years of Sabathia having to become a finesse pitcher, having to change everything, throw more two-seamers, learn a cutter. He's kind of gotten back to his old self this year a little more.
The closer you get to home of what you did in the past, the more comfortable you become, and it's like he's not fighting himself now. In certain counts, he'll throw his curveball, his slider, and not worry about throwing the changeup or taking a little bit off and making that perfect pitch. I would think it has to be very tough to be a pitcher when you have to make that perfect location every single time because of your velocity.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's very hard to turn yourself from a four-seam fastball pitcher into a two-seamer predominantly. It's very, very difficult adjustment to make.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Pilar down on strikes. And he stares at Chris Conroy, the first base ump.
Yeah, it's about the 50-50 right there. I don't know. Very close. They argue if he doesn't call it and argue if he does. Depends on what side of the field you're on.
If he punched you on that pitch, 3 weeks later, you'd have a nail in the middle.
That's a nail in the bat saying, you know what, this is where I would have hit it. I had somebody in the gym talking to me about that. That must have been kind of gross. I'm like, well, it wasn't the prettiest of things. But just wanted to make a point. Remember the old ticket, little envelopes? You would sign the name on them, and that's where they would insert the tickets for the ticket. That's what I put it in. You sent it right over.
It's your pass
thought he had some tickets.
Everything's done on computer now. That's the old pass
list. I kind of missed that. That was fun.
Now, for those that didn't, view the game yesterday, Paul fouled the ball off his toe. They said it wasn't fouled, and the umpire who made that call, what was it, Jim Joyce?
Yeah.
Well, his toe was injured because of the foul ball that they didn't think hit the toe, and Paul, when the nail fell off, gave the nail to the umpire.
Send it over to him as a reminder.
There it is.
It didn't look like that, I tell you that.
Two and two.
Yeah, you used to show up at the ballpark. You'd have a pass list for your family or your friends. You'd write the name on the pass list, and the tickets would be waiting at the will call window. I used to put on fake names all the time, like Vanna White or Raquel Welch.
Sure.
I'm really dating myself.
Like, wow, Cody's doing well.
2-2. Remember the old football coach, Jerry Glanville? He used to leave tickets all the time for Elvis.
For Elvis.
Yeah. He thought Elvis was still alive and then would one day pick up the tickets.
Depends on what magazine you read.
You're right.
He might be at the fireworks tonight. You don't know.
Yeah, with Jim Morrison.
Yeah, exactly.
2-2. 3-2 on Barney.
To the back door. Just around the plate. As you see, it stays off. That's the where you want to miss with it, though.
That's a one-day coat right there, Michael.
That's it. Well, our good buddy, Susan Waldman, she has a one-day vest.
I saw that.
It's the Star-Spangled sequin vest, and she's worn it every single July 4th. There it is. And by the way, the gentleman on the right, John Sterling, celebrating his birthday today. Happy
George
birthday,
Steinbrenner and John Sterling, same day.
Absolutely. George Steinbrenner would have been 87 today.
Seems fairly young. That's amazing.
Born in 1930.
It's funny. What's not big here in New York are like the holiday sweaters. The Midwest, they start sporting the holiday sweaters. You get the whole month, with the reindeers and the trees and everything, and it just kind of lets you know where you're traveling, where you're from, too. Definitely not from Manhattan.
That one bounced up there past Sanchez. He had no chance to block that. Moving to second is Barney.
A funny grip change up there, huh, Cody?
Just held on to it just a little too long.
Wow. Gary Sanchez, that's just kind of stick your body out there and hope.
Traveled about 48 feet. 60 feet 6 inches from the mound to home plate. I don't know who came up with the 6 inches part. And when they invented the game, it was obviously the diamond 90 feet to the base pass, 60 feet 6 inches. Who thought of that? Couldn't be just be 60 feet? Give me that extra 6 inches?
Must have been mad at the grounds crew. Said, I want to move this back 6 inches. Get myself a little better. It must have been a hitter. A little better chance of seeing the ball.
That's too close. Move him back 6 inches.
It is amazing that whoever designed it, whenever they did it, 90 feet's the perfect distance. I mean, you just get thrown out on a ground ball by a step. There's a strike.
How quick the game. You talk about July 4th and memories of way back in Little League. 45 feet mound and 60 feet bases. How quick the game was.
Oh! 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second, top of the third. No score. Sabathia just off the DL. On there with a left hamstring injury. There's a base hit to right field. Barney rounds third. He's coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single for Bautista, and it's 1-0 Blue Jays.
Bautista, a good hitter. That ball up in the strike zone, and those are the runs that just eat at you, Coney. I'm sure with 2 outs, you make a pitcher out of it. Just left it up. Bautista just laced it to right field.
Bautista always ready for fastballs, it seems. Even though that one he shot to right field. 2-2 count.
There's Russell Martin, and there's a strike. Base hit through the left side. Gardner fields. He'll flip the ball in. So first and second with 2 men out. All happening with 2 outs here. And that'll bring up Donaldson.
Larry just wants to kind of give him a breather here, really. Just back out on the mound. Get your head right. Remember, you one pitch from getting out of this. Like these mound visits either, did you, Coney?
No, I did not like this at all. But I think you're right. Sometimes, it's Sabathia cruised through the first 2 innings, 13 pitch first and 11 pitch second. Now approaching 50 here in the third. So it is just kind of a take a break, regroup.
United States celebrating its 241st birthday today, and on July 1st, Canada celebrated its 150th birthday. A very big day for our neighbors to the north. And the pitch to Donaldson. Here's a strike, 0-1. Bautista is at second, Martin's at first. Blue Jays lead 1-0. Sabathia had retired the first 8 batters before walking Barney. One and one.
Outside.
2-1.
Haven't seen Sabathia mix in his changeup all that much as of yet in these first 51 pitches. Might be a good time for one right here. A 2-1 fastball count. Donaldson with 2 men aboard.
Outside.
Really fallen in love with that slider outside on the outside part of the plate. Early in the year, we were talking Cutter. Cutter was basically inside on righties. He's pretty much been away to righties today.
Big cut, 3-2.
Yeah, there's your changeup, Coney. Just take something off of it. Donaldson, dead fastball hitter. And with that big of a leg kick, when you make your mind fastball, very hard to adjust to that off-speed pitch. Back-to-back changeup here, Coney? You go back to the breaking ball.
That's what Gary wanted to know.
Yeah.
We walked out there, had about a 30-second conversation over this. I was always a believer in going opposite. You just beat him with the changeup. Now you can get the fastball by him on 3-2. That's kind of the classic pitching backwards.
Runners go. Went backdoor and just missed the outside corner to load the bases.
The backdoor slider is designed to get him looking, to just shave that outside corner. And you see that is around the plate and stays off. Not a lot of margin for error with that pitch. You're trying to thread the needle on a 3-2 pitch. Just missed.
And the bullpen will get busy with the phone call from Girardi. Pitch to Smoke is low.
All right, Michael, I'd imagine Sessa, this early in the game, obviously, an option.
Doesn't seem to be a sense of urgency. One and one.
These are the at-bats you really don't want. We've talked about Toronto and their inefficiency of scoring runs, but Smoke, he's the guy that's had the career year. Hate to see him up in these kind of situations, bases loaded, where you can't do much but go right after him.
Just missed 3-1. CeCe steers in at Ronald Culpa.
Seems like both corners are closed right now, Coney. Went inside, missed. Went outside, missed. Again, these pitchers are close, but they're just off the plate. One with Donaldson, he went to the changeup. I don't know with bases loaded if you have that much confidence in it. You haven't thrown it a lot today. Back to it.
You had to throw it for a strike, and he did. If you're going to go off speed in this count, you've got to get it in the zone.
Right. When most guys are sitting dead fastball, will take something off speed. Pass has anything to do with it against Donaldson. He went back to a breaking ball away.
See, I like the fastball off the changeup.
3-2. One off speed again, 3-2. And another trip to the mound.
To me, there's just I know as a hitter, there's a rhythm to hitting, and breaks in between pitches really would take you out of that rhythm. And Coney, I don't know if that many visits to the mound kind of take you out of the rhythm of the count and the hitter and the pitching.
It did for me. It's an individual preference.
Runners go, 3-2, and he walked in a run. 2-0 Blue Jays.
Coney, you said it early in the first game. You look at velocity and you look at location, and location has just been—it's been close, but it hasn't been spot on. And you know, these pitches just have not ended up on the corners. Toronto has taken a lot of pitches that are close. Nothing's gone CC's way as far as strikes and balls.
So here's Kendrys Morales. Grounded to second. That was in the second. Base is still loaded. This has all happened with 2 outs. Starting with the walk to the number 9 batter, Barney. And a long inning like this for a guy coming up the DL is not a good thing. You're just hoping he doesn't make that one pitch that's going to be real painful and result in 3 or 4 runs.
Yeah, he looks like he's laboring a little bit now, Coney, with everything. Just not being able to finish, and it has to do with a little bit of the break. The first couple innings, he looks sharp.
And there's a base hit through the left side. Martin scores. Here comes Donaldson, and he is safe. It's a 2-run single for Morales. It's 4-0 Blue Jays.
Well, predictable, you know, on a 1-0 count. Morales has always been a free swinger. Finds the hole between short and third. And the Yankees were taking a peek to see if Sanchez got a little bit of uniform there.
From that angle, you can't tell. Looked like Donaldson kind of tiptoed around the tag. Yeah, he definitely missed him.
Well, this will do it for Sabathia. Girardi takes the ball from the veteran left-hander, and he will go to the bullpen with runners on first and third. Yankees down by 4.
I retired from the military about 11 days ago, and we're always big on missions. So to meet our cooperative mission of providing safe and reliable service, to make it possible to keep the lights on, is a big responsibility, and it takes, you know, all of our members, not just myself. So I'm still able to keep that teamwork environment.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source of power and information.
You know, it's funny because his xFIP is still quite good, but he is giving up the home runs. I mean, that's the problem. His exit velocity is still pretty bad. Right? Oh, yeah. Your software is so stable now, he really doesn't have a chance to get upset about anything. I think he just misses it.
Software and application monitoring made easy. New Relic, how MLB manages performance.
I can shut down your power grids. I can paralyze your infrastructure. I can access the personal data of everyone in America. I am the enemy with no face.
Brought to you in part by Delta. We fly to the most destinations from New York City to get you where you're going. Delta, keep climbing. And by Ford, the official truck of the New York Yankees. Adam Warren comes on. He's also off the DL today. So he will try to get out of this first and third 2-men-out jam. This will be his 25th game. Sabathia lasted 2 2/3. Adam Warren's arm barking just a bit, so they shut him down for a while. And now he's dealing to Tulowitzki.
Yeah, obviously Joe Girardi wants Adam Warren to get out of this inning, and then your long reliever Sessa is used to starting. Will have plenty of time to warm up to start an inning. Sabathia, 39 pitches in that third inning. It's exactly what you wanted to avoid, what we talked about before the game. One of those kind of innings, just couldn't make that one pitch to get out of it.
Three and 0. Steve Pierce is on deck. He started the inning with an innocent fly ball in left field. 3-0. Swinging, and he fouls it back.
Adam Warren likes CC Sabathia. Came off the DL today and no rehab appearances. So it's a couple side sessions, and then you're right back in there. John Gibbons hasn't had too many 4-0 leads lately.
It's like a big offensive outburst at this point for the Blue Jays.
3-2. Grounded to Gregorius. Fires across, and that will do it. But the Blue Jays score 4 runs on 3 hits and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the third.
Cool cats and fly guys love the show because when they win, they look good. All new player celebrations. Road to the show. Everybody loves the show.
PlayStation.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at GoArmy.com/team.
Ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this moment, a matchup for the ages. Both have always been American originals, but now they have finally come together. They say every dog has its day, and, well, today is that day. He lays it all out on the line. A classic approach. He makes a few adjustments. Oh, it's good! Oh, baby, it's good.
Nathan's Famous, proud to be the official hot dog of Major League Baseball.
His injury report brought to you by Montefiore, doing more in state-of-the-art healthcare. Joe Girardi continues to say that Matt Holliday is feeling a little better. Still no baseball activity for him, though. Starlin Castro showed signs of progress today. Earlier, he was on the field taking some grounders. Also told me he was going to do some work in the cage, see how he felt thereafter. Joe Girardi unsure whether or not he will make it back before the break. And Aaron Hicks still shut down. No real timetable for him, but Joe Girardi did say yesterday that it's about a 4-week injury, and he was placed on the DL on June 26th, so it hasn't even been 2 full weeks yet, guys.
Thank you, Meredith, as the Yankees are down 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. First pitch to Torreyes is low. 1-0. One quick note about Castro. Joe does not think he's going to come back before the break, and he said he does not think that he will play in the All-Star game if, in fact, he doesn't come back before the break. As Castro was chosen as one of the bench players for the American League. Popped up right field. Coming on, Bautista makes the play to retire Torreyes. Luis Sessa getting ready in the Yankee bullpen. So here's Clint Frazier. 73 games at AAA, 257, 12 homers, 42 ribbies. Had 9 stolen bases. And he takes a strike from Happ. Oh and 2.
That's what you're supposed to do when you get a 4-run lead. Jay Happ just pumping strikes right in there.
Still 1 and 2.
Most big league teams get pretty good scouting reports from some of the minor league scouts and opposing teams, so they have an idea, the Blue Jays do, on how to pitch Frazier, but still, you're going to kind of find out for yourself as Martin taking a shot in there to see what it looked like.
2 and 2.
You see how Frazier opens up to start, which, you know, as a hitter, when you're opening up, then it forces you to close going into the ball, where you basically like the pitch out here on the outer side of the half. Now this hip is going to come in as he approaches the ball, and that's where he likes the ball. It's going to be tough to get to the ball inside with that kind of stance.
2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Brett Gardner grounded to second. That was in the first. Four 0 Blue Jays. Bottom of the third inning, 2 outs, nobody on.
See his percentages on fastballs, and it's no lie. I mean, he does. He pumps fastballs in, and he must be a deceptive because it's not overpowering. Good location, but
grounded to first. Smoke is there, and the Yankees go down in order 1, 2, 3 against Jay Happ. 3 in the books. 4 0 Blue Jays.
Every team has a goal. Every team makes a plan. But only one team in the world has what it takes to succeed, no matter what gets in their way. Find out more at goarmy.com/team.
Two out. Bases loaded. Full count.
Nathan's hot dogs are ready.
Nathan's Famous, proud to be the official hot dog of Major League Baseball.
Unlimited baseball break brought to you by T-Mobile. Yankees against the American League East this season. They're 7-5 against the Orioles, 5-3 against the Blue Jays, 5-4 against the Rays and the Red Sox. They're 4-1. So a combined record of 21-13. They've done damage within their own division. They've struggled outside the division, especially of late. In fact, the Yankees have struggled winning series. They have not won any of their last 6 series. They're 0-5-1. They split the 4 games in Chicago, and that's despite winning the opener in 4 of those series. So Adam Warren came on to get the final out of the third. Now Luis Cessa, who had replaced Sabathia in the rotation and moved back into the bullpen with Sabathia being reactivated. He's going to have to give the Yankees some length here. Audi scoreboard 4-0 Toronto. Now, one of the things about July 4th is that they have the hot dog eating contest at Nathan's. So I get word that Joey Chestnut won again. And he ate 72 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Can you do that, Paul?
No, I couldn't eat one. I'm not a big hot dog guy. Golly, 72. Feel like when that thing's over.
Well, I know what he feels like. Yes. Go around the back. Go around the back. Stick your finger down your throat.
Wow, 72. Big Nathan's guy, Mike.
Nathan's is good. Yeah. Great fries.
Oh, you're the fry guy.
No condiments, though. Naked
That's
hot
right.
dog.
You can't even dip them in ketchup or mustard, right?
Well, you can, but why would you?
Nice. Those are just to put colors. Those are like garnishes, just to color your plate.
If you like the taste of the food, why put something else on it? That's why people slather lobster in butter.
So, like, chocolate milk is not good because you added something to it? Is that what you're saying?
No. Because kind of milk is kind of bland, so you put chocolate into it. But, I mean, if you love lobster so much, why would you have to dunk it in butter?
It does make it a little bit better.
Well, you could put oat tag in butter, too. Tastes the same.
Really? Now you got me.
Who's Kevin Pillar? Foul ball. Fly ball left field, backing up. Gardner leaps, and he makes the play. Last year's Gold Glove winner makes a nice play on that liner.
Right at the top. It's up in the pocket. It's good to go. A lot of times you don't have time to get back. Ball kind of beats you to the wall. Brett Gardner, again, turn the right way, the correct way, where you can reach up, glove side to the back.
Count 0-1 on Barney.
A little different strike zone today, right? I mean, the low strike is being called.
Fly ball shallow center. And Torreyes makes the catch, so Cessa comes on and works a 1-2-3 fourth inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 4-0 Blue Jays.
My playing with the other guys stinks. They think I'm an ATM, but I'm not.
The more you say, the madder I get, honestly.
It's wrong.
It's bad.
I think you could use
a switch?
Switch to Boost Mobile and get 2 lines with 3 gigs of 4G LTE data per line for just $50 a month. With Metro PCS, you only get 2 gigs for the same $50. All on the fast and reliable Sprint nationwide network. Plus, switch today and get up to 2 free phones. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
So if anyone has a reason that these two should not be wed, speak now.
So sorry.
Oh, no.
It's just that your friend Daryl here is supposed to be live streaming the wedding, and he's not getting any service.
I missed like the whole thing.
What?
And I just got an unlimited plan.
It's the right plan, wrong network. See, Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's built to work better in cities. Tell you what, just use mine.
Thanks.
No problem. All right, let's go live. Say hi to everybody who wasn't invited.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plus, get the Pixel by Google for just $15 a month.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. And I don't share it with Mom, right, Mom? Right.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Yankee Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. On the Audi scoreboard, it's 4-0 Toronto. And leading off for the Yankees in the bottom of the 4th will be Aaron Judge. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the Yankee order. Judge, Sanchez, and Gregorius against Jay Happ. Judge struck out in the 1st inning. One and one.
Let's get the idea. As slow as things, the pace of this game is going to, the fans are just waiting for something offensively, even if you just score a run, to feel like you're back in this game. Liven things up a little bit. It's going to come with a swing of a bat here.
The 2-1. Foul back to the screen, 2-2.
Wow, this is an at-bat where you don't see Judge very often. He's had 2 really good pitches to hit. Swung through one, fouled one off. This is just a good pitch right in his wheelhouse. Doesn't get cheated. Yes, Mo, you'll see the strength and the power, the extension of that swing.
Still 2-2.
Interested to ask Aaron Judge tomorrow when I see him how he, DHing is not something is very easy for a young kid who's used to playing the field every day and being in the rhythm of the game. DH is, it's kind of like 4 pinch hits, and sometimes you just don't get that going as a hitter. But it is a way to kind of get a half a day off and let your body hit the wall hard last night.
(3-2).
See ya.
That is ripped deep to left center field. See ya. A home run for Aaron Judge. Yankees are on the board.
Well, I guess I answered my question, Michael. The DH spot's not such a great thing. 3 good pitches to hit. He missed 2, but boy, he didn't miss that one. Line drive right off the bat. It's amazing to me, just the sound of the ball coming off his bat, where you know where it's headed. And again, this wasn't even a towering fly ball. It's a 430-foot line drive.
Well, you knew it right off the bat. I saw a line drive, and then I remembered who was hitting.
Yeah, I step on Michael's toes every once in a while. Just reaction, Michael. It's not intentional.
Step on them. You're going to be getting a nail in the mail soon.
At least you know how to do it. Send it in an envelope.
Sanchez fouls it back. Home run number 28, and that leads the major leagues.
A line drive on the shed out there in the bullpen. I mean, that's just an absolute rocket.
That was measured at 456 feet. One more, and he ties Joe DiMaggio for the Yankee rookie record home runs in a season. DiMaggio had 29 in his rookie season. Sanchez back to the mound, one away. And I know that Paul likes this information. The exit velo was 118 miles per hour.
It's pretty good, too, right? Ballpark should look on July 4th. Crowded, puffy white clouds, blue skies.
There's D.D. Gregorius. Oh boy, you're right, Paul. That home run certainly woke up the crowd. The crowd was kind of sleepy there for the first 3.5 innings. But Judge with his 28th home run, 63rd run batted in. And this is the Yankees' 82nd game, so they officially start the second half of the season. So in the first half, 44-37, and that's after that real bad stretch where they went 4-15 in 19 games. So they're on pace right now for 88 wins, which is more than most people thought they were going to get. But the Yankees certainly feel they have more to give, especially when the injured get back. So last year at the halfway point, 40-41. In 2015, same record as this year. So that's the last 5 seasons at the halfway point.
You know, the most impressive part of that Aaron Judge home run we just witnessed, it only got 59 feet off the ground.
You got a launch angle over there? Oh, yeah, you did. You brought it up. Wow.
4.4 seconds of hang time. 59 feet off the ground. 456 feet. Who does that?
There's not a lot of guys. There's a few, but not a lot.
Gregorius pops it up to Donaldson, 2 away.
You know, you've used all the adjectives you did, but he literally makes the ballpark look small at times. I mean, hard line drives are not supposed to fly to this part of the ballpark. You know, it's just not.
I mean, balls that get 59 feet off the ground usually end up doubles off the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Not 456 feet away.
The center fielder usually tries to track on him. The center fielder didn't even move.
So put a dent in the encasement of the rolling door out there. And it also got the Pinstripe Bowl website some publicity that it might not have gotten.
It's the 4th hardest hit home run in the majors this year.
That one is dunked into right field, a base hit for Headley. Well, that came off the bat a little differently than Aaron Judge's.
I think that exit velo is about halfway.
Yeah, 63 miles an hour. Here you go. Hit them where they ain't.
Yeah. No, Chase Headley, though, you just hope that, you know, he continues to build confidently on his offense. Anytime you have a switch hitter that can kind of even out that offense and you stick him in the middle of the lineup, would be a big, big boost for Joe Girardi in this offense.
1-1 on Ellsbury. That one gets past Martin as Headley advances to second.
Remember Russell Martin is a Yankee, very athletic catcher. Glove got caught the wrong way. He's up and out of there quick. Good read by Chase Headley. You see that ball as soon as it leaves the batting circle. Don't have to wait and hesitate. You can't wait for the first base coach help or any. It's just an instinct. You see it, you go.
Two.
It's amazing as a righty or a lefty, Coney, when you're facing J Happ, you know in a count you're going to see some fastballs to hit. It's not like you're going to go up there and guess and kind of work along with his patterns. You will see a fastball during the count. It's just a matter of whether you put it in play or not.
Ground ball to first. Smoke flips the Happ, and that will do it. Hey, what's July 4th without some fireworks? How about that rocket? 456 feet puts the Yankees on the board. It's 4-1 Blue Jays.
No bars. Oh no, looks like somebody needs a new network.
When I got this unlimited plan, they told me they were all the same.
They're not. Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's basically made for places like this.
Honey, what if it was just us out here?
Right.
So I ordered you a car.
Thank you.
You don't want to be out here at night because of the coyotes.
Okay, thanks, bud. Bye.
Be nice to have your car for some shelter. Bye.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
My plan with the other guys stinks. They think I'm an ATM, but I'm not.
The more you say, the madder I get, honestly.
It's wrong.
It's bad.
I think you could use
a switch.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get 2 lines with 3 gigs of 4G LTE data per line for just $50 a month. With Metro PCS, you only get 2 gigs for the same $50. All on the fast and reliable Sprint nationwide network. Plus, switch today and get up to 2 free phones. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. And I don't share it with Mom, right, Mom? Right.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
He wants them to pay for that decision, not to sign him to a free agent deal. GMC scoreboard 4-1 Toronto over the Yankees. David, did you ever see Murphy becoming this player?
I don't think anybody saw this coming. Even with the postseason heroics a couple of years back when the decision was made, when he became a free agent.
Oh, the Mets saw it coming, they would have kept him. And if the rest of baseball saw it coming, he would have gotten a much bigger contract. I believe he got a $39 million 3-year deal, and he's playing at a much higher level than that.
One of the problems with Murphy was always finding a position to play. He wasn't a natural second baseman, so defense always entered into the equation. But when you're putting up those kind of offensive numbers, it doesn't matter. You find a place to play. MVP caliber offensive numbers.
Grounded up the middle and knocked down by Torres, but no play. So Bautista gets his second hit.
Again, the shift, sometimes it helps, and sometimes it goes against Reyes all the way across the diamond. He had no chance, but Martin Cessna really kind of shuts them down for a few innings. Give this offense a chance. Happ has shut it down so far, other than Judge's home run, but when you're fighting back, you can only fight back so much.
Pitch to Martin inside.
Getting for Cessna. I mean, the leadoff hitter Bautista on base again. This is a part of the lineup. If Martin continues to swing the bat, where you have Donaldson and you have Morales, it's where they've thrown up their runs.
It's probably nothing worse as we're going to see Sanchez take a shot at Bautista from his knees. And well executed. It's right there. Bautista just gets back. Nothing worse when you're standing out in right field in a game like this and your relief pitcher comes in and they start adding on, or you start walking guys or nibbling out there, and then the whole feeling of your chances to come back changes.
And there's no doubt it kind of takes the wind out of your sails. I mean, you're fighting from behind. All of a sudden, when you get a big home run and like, all right, we're on the board, we're in this game, and then it can just all blow up in your face if you allow this other team to tack on runs.
See if they turn two. There's one on to first. And the throw pulls Carter off the bag. Backing up is Sanchez. So one away. That ground ball came off a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. And the fast pitch speed analytics brought to you by Fios.
The big hop, once it hits twice, the second hop slowed everything down. Even with that being said, a good throw gets him.
Yeah.
Reyes felt rushed. The throw looked rushed.
Donaldson takes low. He walked in the third inning, came around to score. Couple more notes on the Judge home run. So that was the fourth best exit velo of the year on a home run, and the other three belonged to Aaron Judge.
Say, we did that stat earlier where he didn't own them. He might have all top 10 for the year's over.
He might. Now he has 11 home runs this year of 430 or more feet. The closest to him is Joey Gallo, who with 8, and George Springer with 8. And since 1933, most home runs by a rookie before the All-Star game, 33 by Mark McGwire. So Judge would certainly have to finish strong tomorrow, and then the 3 games against Milwaukee. Three and 2 on Donaldson.
And Sanchez got a 3-1 slider out of the zone, and Donaldson chased.
Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Strike him out. Throw him out. Double play. So, no runs in the fifth. And because of the caught stealing, nobody left on base. We're halfway through.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. And I don't share it with Mom, right, Mom? Right.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
So if anyone has a reason that these two should not be wed, speak now.
So sorry.
Oh, no.
It's just that your friend Daryl here is supposed to be live streaming the wedding, and he's not getting any service.
I missed like the whole thing.
What?
And I just got an unlimited plan.
It's the right plan, wrong network. See, Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's built to work better in cities. Tell you what, just use mine.
Thanks.
No problem. All right, let's go live. Say hi to everybody who wasn't invited.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
This color, this exact shade of blue, is special. There's a power to it, an almost magical quality. It makes things happen. It brings people together, fills them with pride, inspires greatness. This color, it defines us, and it shapes our city, majestic.
USAA honors our fallen heroes. July 4th, 2017. And we're here at the ballpark in the Bronx. Yankees trail the Blue Jays 4-1. Jay Happ has allowed 1 run, and that was the home run to Aaron Judge leading off the 4th inning. Now he'll deal with the bottom of the Yankee order in the bottom of the 5th. Carter, Torreyes, and Frazier. GMC scoreboard 4-4-0, leading 1-3-0. Oh and 1. Oh and 2. Carter with a fly ball to right in the second. Ground it sharply to third. Donaldson will get Carter. 1 away.
Times when guys are really, really good offensive players, you kind of forget. And Donaldson is one of those guys who's put up, obviously, MVP numbers offensively. Really good third baseman defensively. Kind of take it for granted. But once in a while, you see how smooth he is down at third base.
Torreyes fouls it back. 0-1.
There's that fastball you're talking about. You're always going to get it. The thing you love about, Jay Happ is how quickly he works. Not wandering around the mound. He's on the rubber a lot of times waiting for the hitter to get in the box. So the whole style of challenging guys, a deceptive fastball, kind of feeds that narrative of working fast as well.
I always hated pitchers that were out there waiting. It didn't allow you to collect your thoughts. It didn't. You always felt like you were on the defensive, and it also exudes a little confidence. They're not scared to come up right after you. Let's go.
Line drive right over the Yankee dugout.
It amazes me is, I mean, these companies are all in on these holiday things. You know, you look at the socks, you look at the batting gloves. I mean, just for these one games, you know, you've got the stars and the stripes on the batting gloves themselves, the hats, the uniforms. Obviously, it's a neat look for the July 4th, but it goes beyond that. You know, it's Mother's Day and Father's Day, and it's just the new thing. Torreyes even has the stars and the stripe on his eye black today.
See, I wore the same jersey the whole year. First time I came with the Yankees.
Absolutely.
Didn't even ask for a backup. Just one jersey.
Chopped slowly to third. And Donaldson can't get a handle, so it's an infield single for Torreyes.
Again, putting the ball in play, you never know. I mean, even these choppers, the defense has to make the plays. Donaldson, this is kind of a do or die. The barehanded just didn't quite come up with it.
Yeah, you either want to hit it really hard like Aaron Judge or really soft like that. That works too.
Nothing in the middle.
This time Donaldson tries the bare hands, as opposed to the last play like that he had.
Here's Clint Frazier. Count 1-0.
It's a tough skill to have. You know, Scotty Brocious, our third baseman from the 90s, but
probably one of the best at barehanding the ball.
Coming in, bare hand, and a good throw with something on it.
Remember down in spring training, you know, certain guys will do certain drills. And we were on batting practice on the backfield one day, and I saw Scotty Brocious on his knees, guy hitting him little, 10-foot, 12-foot ground balls with no glove, and just barehanding him and making a throw from low down there. And it was just his way, his drill of kind of practicing that.
Fly ball right field. Bautista runs it down for the second out.
Well, to this point, the Yankees have not been able to, get that extended rally. Put Happ in a position where, he's pitching from the stretch where, a pitcher there can change his whole game. And just keep battling, and I hope you can get a couple guys on with that big at bat.
Big one here is Brett Gardner with Aaron Judge batting second. Could somehow find his way on base. We saw him try to lay down a bunt in last night's game with 2 outs in a similar situation.
0-1.
You got a lefty on lefty matchup here. J. Happ throws a lot of fastballs.
You think about a bunt here, and Donaldson's really not playing that deep, but you can also pull the ball with you. And the second baseman playing this far back, you can pull the ball by the pitcher. Way you can use that bunt.
Yeah, you get it by the lefty who's falling off to the third base side, get it towards second base, it's automatic. Easy up here in the booth, right? Yeah, just bunt it over there.
Easy. So easy. Everything's slow.
It's a hard game down there. These guys are so good. They make things look so easy at times. Very difficult game to play.
1-2. Still 1-2.
But Brett Gardner got a hanger there. The pitch that you can lace at the left center field. As a lefty, you kind of stay on it. See, not a lot of break on this. Just kind of stays right there where the barrel is.
Two and two.
Well, today is the exact halfway point of the Major League season. And it always is. Before the All-Star break, we always think the All-Star break is the halfway point. You always get a little past that point. But well, Brett Gardner right now, 56 runs scored at the halfway point. And 15 homers already. Had a really sizzling hot streak, kind of cooled off as of late.
Every once in a while, you love to see home runs. Obviously, they're a big part of the production in the game, but there's certain guys you don't want to have home run on their mind. Brett Gardner, in my mind, one of those guys. You'd love to see when he slaps the ball both ways. He's strong enough, and he's a schooled enough hitter that he can hit some big home runs for you. But love to see him use the whole field and his speed, and that equates to those runs you talked about, Coney. Driving or scoring 100 runs. Good accomplishment for him for the year.
Well, Torreyes will go from first, 3-2, 2 outs. And he'll do it again as Gardner fouls it back.
Also, the importance of this at-bat as it goes on. Brett Gardner is going to see the 8th pitch of this at-bat coming. Number 87 from Jay Happ, the starter.
And Gardner works a walk, and that'll bring up Judge as the tying run here in the bottom of the 5th. And Pete Walker jogs out to the mound to talk with Happ. Now, the Yankees want to get into that Blue Jay bullpen because that has been a problem for them, especially of late. The last 11 games, the Blue Jays are 2-9. And in that stretch of 11 games, their bullpen has a 6.09 ERA.
Potentially a very big at-bat for Brett Gardner there to get a Judge in the box and to extend the inning for Happ and push his pitch count up.
Last time up.
This time up, it was loud and it was hard. It was a line drive, one as hard as you'll hit all year. Wow.
And a strike. '28th home run leads the majors. Hitting .331, 63 ribbies, .449 on base percentage. First and second, 2 outs. 1-1. Going for home run number 29, count 1-2.
Got him to chase up and out of the zone. Seen Judge lay off of those for the most part in the first half. This one looked good and a big lash.
Torreyes off second, Gardner off first. And the 1-2. 2-2. Been up twice. Each time 3-2 count. And now it's 2-2 here in at-bat number 3.
How many times have we seen that from Judge this year? He'll swing at one up there, and then he won't. Or he might chase a breaking ball once during an at-bat, and then he'll spit on the next two. And once again, another 3-2 count from Aaron Judge, where about 25% of all of his at-bats this year so far have ended up in 3-2 counts.
And the pitch. He struck him out. So he gets Judge for the final out of the fifth. No runs a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Let's go to the 6th, 4-1 Jays.
So if anyone has a reason that these two should not be wed, speak now.
So sorry.
Oh, no.
It's just that your friend Daryl here is supposed to be live streaming the wedding, and he's not getting any service.
I missed like the whole thing.
What?
And I just got an unlimited plan.
It's the right plan, wrong network. See, Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's built to work better in cities. Tell you what, just use mine.
Thanks.
No problem. All right, let's go live. Say hi to everybody who wasn't invited.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
My plan with the other guy stinks.
I think you could use
A switch.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get 2 lines with 3 gigs of data per line for just $50. With Metro PCS, you only get 2 gigs for the same price. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta. We fly to the most destinations from New York City to get you where you're going. Delta, keep climbing. So Happ wins the battle with Judge to end the 5th, and it's 4-1 Blue Jays over the Yankees as we go to the 6th. Luis Cessa in his 3rd inning of relief. CC Sabathia went 2 2/3 in his first start off the DL. Adam Warren got the final out of the 3rd. And then Cessa. Cessa is the man that Sabathia replaced in the rotation, and they moved him into the bullpen, so he gets immediate work here. Now, he can go a distance here. Remember, Sabathia is not due to start again until after the All-Star break. Yankees only have 4 more games remaining, so if they use Cessa here for 5 innings, they could send him down to the minor leagues and bring up a fresh arm for the final 4 games of the first half. Smoke with a fly ball, deep center. Ellsbury's back to make the play on the warning track.
A lot of just misses today, Coney. A lot of warning track balls early in the game.
Smoke is swinging the bat very well. We can see why he's on the All-Star team. A breakout year for him. But that was a changeup. Looked like he got it off the end, but stayed on it pretty well. Almost got it out of here.
Pitch outside to Morales. Morales got that big hit in the 3rd inning, a single through the left side of the infield with the bases loaded. Picked up 2 ribbies. Made it 4-0 at the time. And that was the last batter that Sabathia faced. It all happened with 2 outs. A walk to Barney, moved to second on a wild pitch. Then Bautista with an RBI single to right field. By the way, his 900th career RBI. Then Martin a single left, a walk to Donaldson. Another fly ball to center. Ellsbury puts it away. Then Smoke walked with the bases loaded to force in a run. made it 2-0, and then the Morales 2-run single, and that's the scoring, and Sabathia was taken out of the game at that point. There's Troy Tulowitzki. The Blue Jays a couple of years ago made trades like bringing in Tulowitzki, and they used up a lot of their farm system going for it. So as they move forward, they've got to replenish that farm system, and it's not at the point yet where it's going to be real helpful to the team. And that's always a danger when you go for it. You got to get it, because if you go for it and you don't get it, you've wasted a lot of your collateral that you have. Base hit for Tulowitzki.
They're about a month from, in my mind, kind of rebuilding again, and they might even be involved in getting rid of some players at the trade deadline. But it's kind of a shame because it seems like they just got their fan base back up in Toronto. And Coney, you remember back in the early 90s, mid-90s, that place sold out every single night, and it's almost like they're starting to get it back. They got into the playoffs, and now, you know, it's kind of flopped a little bit. We lost Encarnacion over the offseason.
Pierce grounds one to Headley. He'll go the short way, gets the force, and that'll do it. An easy 6th inning for Luis Cessa. No runs a hit, and 1 man left. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
I can learn to understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way you talk.
I got this unlimited plan. They told me they were all the same.
They're not. Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's basically made for places like this.
Honey, what if it was just us out here?
Right. So I ordered you a car. Thank you. You don't want to be out here at night because of the coyotes.
Okay, thanks, bud. Bye.
Be nice to have your car for some shelter. Bye.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plus, get the Pixel by Google for just $15 a month.
My plan with the other guy stinks. They think I'm an ATM, but I'm not.
The more you say, the madder I get, honestly.
It's wrong.
It's bad.
I think you could use
a switch.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get 2 lines with 3 gigs of 4G LTE data per line for just $50 a month. With Metro PCS, you only get 2 gigs for the same $50. All on the fast and reliable Sprint nationwide network. Plus, switch today and get up to 2 free phones. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Join in on the fun and cash in on the deals at the Chevy 4th of July sales event.
This is a fast car. Oh, boy.
Enjoy the ride this summer on exciting Chevy.
Yankees Baseball on Gas is brought to you in part by CityMD. When you need a doctor, just walk into CityMD Urgent Care. By People's United Bank, NA. Keep business at hand with mobile cash management. And by your Tri-Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Tri-Honda dealer for great deals on the 2017 models. A lot of stars and stripes in the stands today. Red, white, and blue, the colors of this great country on the 241st birthday of the country. Yankee top hat logo fits in perfectly today. Good selfie day at the ballpark as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Gary Sanchez will lead off. (4-1) Toronto.
Double barrel action. Another key at bat. Get Jay Happ in the stretch. If you're Gary Sanchez, you see the bullpen going behind him. Yankees plan should be to knock him out this inning any way possible. Try to get him out of the game here in the 6th.
Saw last night when Stroman, all of a sudden, Stroman gets out of the game. Yankees broke it open. Blue Jays bullpen, not one of the stronger in the MLB.
Sanchez, Gregorius, and Headley here in the bottom of the 6th, and the 2-2. Here are the bullpen ranks. They're 6th in ERA, 2nd in strikeouts. They're 7th in opponents' batting average against, tied for 4th in saves. But in their last 11 games, it's fallen apart, a 6.09 ERA. And they're 2-9 in those games, and they have a 5-game losing streak coming into action today. 2-2, 3-2 on Sanchez. Next pitch will be pitch number 100. And he walked him. So Sanchez with a leadoff walk here in the 6th.
Again, good start to the Yankees offense this inning. You look for an extended inning, and the Yankees have had numerous innings throughout the year where they've thrown up big numbers, but it's got to start with a walk and a couple of hits, and the big hit will come later, but you've got to get to that point.
Gregorius 0 for 2 against Happ. And he fouls it back. Blue Jays 4 runs on 5 hits. Yankees 1 run on 4 hits. The 0-1. 0-2. We've mentioned so many times how Didi is not at all neutralized by lefties, but he doesn't have his best swings against Happ today. And he's batting cleanup. The 0-2.
A weird thing with Didi now, because when the All-Star thing comes out every year, back when we were playing, you either made it or you didn't. You were either elated or a little disappointed. He's kind of in limbo right now. Just, I got a chance, but I don't have a chance. It's a strange situation.
In campaign mode.
Yeah,
trying to get votes.
Sometimes as a player, you try to do a little bit too much out on the field to try to earn that thing. You've earned it to this point, and I think it is a kind of a neat thing from the fan standpoint to vote people in, but it would be an odd situation to see some of your friends already know they're going, and you're still kind of up in the air.
It's a great comeback for a kid who started the year on the disabled list.
1-2. Strike 3. Gregorius now looking, and now he looks back at Ron Culpa.
Ron Culpa's been very tight today on these balls off the corner, and this is one that is given to the pitcher, which as a lefty really can't handle. That ball's way outside, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That's more, the count kind of dictates the strike zone a lot of times. You see that pitch called more on strike 1 than you do on strike 3.
Pitch outside to Headley. Headley's 1 for 2.
Tony, you were talking about tapes, where umpires receive their tapes and they can go in. And if you're Ron Culpa, you should look at that pitch and you should feel bad that, I took an at-bat away from a player right there. That pitch can't be hit.
One and one.
Russell Martin did a good job there setting up late and framing that pitch, making it look better than it was. Russell's always been really good at that. Strong hands, very athletic back there.
count 1-2. Sanchez leads off first, held there by Smoke. 2 All-Stars at first base. And the 1-2. Missed outside, 2-2. So John Gibbons pushing the envelope here with Happ. Got a lefty on deck. Does he keep him in to face Ellsbury? I guess it's all according to what he does with Headley. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Headley down on strikes, 2 away. And looks like Gibbons not moving. So with 110 pitches, he will let Happ take on Ellsbury.
I just happened to look up at the scoreboard, and exit velo said 47.3. Well, Headley struck out, so that had to be what, the catcher throwing the ball back to the pitcher at 47?
It's a good question. Malfunction.
First pitch is strike. Ellsbury has grounded to the right side twice. Once to second and once to first. Just missed off the outside corner, 1-1 on the Yankees center fielder.
See Russell Martin speaking as he throws the ball back. I mean, that's the pitch that's a better pitch. Indeed, he got struck out on right there.
Two and one.
He has pitched Ellsbury in the first couple of at-bats and beaten him, gotten him out with inside fastballs. Now Ellsbury in the driver's seat on a 2-1 count.
Two and two.
That happened not missed a lot today. When he's missed, it's been a breaking ball. And that ball, again, the pitch to head, kind of hung up in the strike zone. Much better control with his four-seamer and his two-seamer.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Happ strikes out 3 to end the 6th. So that's it for him. He is finished strong as we go to the 7th.
So if anyone has a reason that these two should not be wed, speak now.
So sorry.
Oh, no.
It's just that your friend Daryl here is supposed to be live streaming the wedding, and he's not getting any service.
I missed like the whole thing.
What?
And I just got an unlimited plan.
It's the right plan, wrong network. See, Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's built to work better in cities. Tell you what, just use mine.
Thanks.
No problem. All right, let's go live. Say hi to everybody who wasn't invited.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plus, get the Pixel by Google for just $15 a month.
My plan with the other guys stinks. They think I'm an ATM, but I'm not.
The more you say, the madder I get, honestly.
It's wrong.
It's bad.
I think you could use
A switch.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get 2 lines with 3 gigs of 4G LTE data per line for just $50 a month. With Metro PCS, you only get 2 gigs for the same $50. All on the fast and reliable Sprint nationwide network. Plus, switch today and get up to 2 free phones. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
We go to the 7th inning. Cadillac scoreboard shows us Toronto up 4-1 on July 4th here in the Bronx. Luis Cessa still on the mound, has done a good job in relief. Sabathia started and retired the first 8 batters, and then it kind of all fell apart. And when he was done, 4 runs were in. Adam Warren came on to get the final out of the 3rd. And Cessa has worked a scoreless 3. So here's inning number 4 for Cessa. And he'll start off with Pilar, pitch inside. 1-0. Well, this is all you can ask for a long relief guy. Keep it right there, give your team a chance to get back in it. So far, the only damage, the home run by Aaron Judge. There's a breaking ball strike. And the pitch. Popped up. Right side. Carter is there to make the play, 1 away. So 1 down, and that'll bring up Darwin Barney. Barney started it in the 3rd inning, 2 outs, and he worked a walk against Sabathia. And you can't say that CeCe was really hit hard in that inning. He just was missing right off the plate and got into some bad counts, and really the only hit was a ground ball that found its way through the left side of the infield by Kendrys Morales, but the walks is really what did him in.
Yeah, it was that long inning and the long pitch count that, you know, it's kind of exhausting for a pitcher just coming off a disabled list. Get nervous there, Michael? You brought your Yankee spinner up for this inning.
Yeah, getting a little fidgety. Fly ball, right center. Frazier's there to make the play to retire Barney. Well, fans, 1 week from today, that's 1 week from today, the can't-miss event of the summer hits South Beach as baseball's biggest stars take the field for the MLB All-Star Game. That's next Tuesday beginning at 7:30, and it's exclusively on Fox. There's Bautista. We told you the RBI single in the 3rd was his 38th ribby of the year and 900th of his career.
Well, if you look at Cessa, you know, at times really good fastball, good curveball. He's got the 4 pitches. It's just a matter of numbers-wise. You know, they don't light you up when you look at his stats, but he's got enough stuff to be a, you know, a 4th and 5th starter on a team in my mind.
Yes, he's shown signs of brilliance at times. It's just a consistency all over, overall command. But plenty of stuff. You're right. A plus fastball velocity-wise. Slider and a changeup.
Doesn't look like he's afraid to throw strikes. I mean, there's guys that have good stuff that really don't want to throw strikes or afraid of getting hit. He doesn't look like that to me. It just looks like he has, you know, inconsistency being able to control pitches at times.
One and two.
You know, the difference between control and command. I mean, we say it a lot on here, but it really is true. See Dominic Leone.
Slow ground ball is short. Charging is Gregorius. Fires to first to get Bautista. And he dropped the ball. Carter dropped the ball. Otherwise, Bautista would have been out. So the inning stays alive.
Did he come in, make a pretty good play? Ball's down low, but Carter wasn't able to grab it. Did he right off the bat knows he's not going to have a ton of time, gets rid of it and throws it. Ball's got to be caught.
I don't even know if that hit the dirt or not.
I don't think it did.
It looked like he just got handcuffed off the heel of the glove.
Well, that's got to be scored an error. It has not been put up on the board yet, but he's out if the catch is made.
When you watch that play, transition of the ball from Didi, because he had his glove toward third base, it's a transition from his glove to his hand, just perfect. No time wasted whatsoever.
Well, they gave him a hit. Where was this generosity when you played, Paul?
Well, I was just kind of thinking the same thing. There were times where you'd look up at your own home scorekeeper and like, are you serious? The guy dove for the ball. Go on the road and see guys hit 14 hoppers off guys' glove for hits.
Chris Carter simply has not had a season for the ages. Struggled at the plate, struggled in the field. And only the largesse of Jordan Spreckman, the official scorer, kept him from getting an E3 right there. That's a ball that must be caught. Count 3-1.
Sessa's still in good shape pitch count wise, but these are the ones that tack you on when you could have been out of the inning. Now a 3-1 count with Donaldson on deck.
That was a breaking ball on 3-1. 3-2.
Good one at that. He's totally locked him up.
Runner goes. And that one is looped into left field. It's a base hit over the try of Gregorius. Bautista will stop at third, and first and third with 2 men out for Donaldson.
Getting those extra outs, this is what happens. Now this is a pressure situation for Sessa. 2 runners, now you've got runners in scoring position. Went with the breaking ball, not as good as the 3-1, but right off the end of the bat. Tony, you said it. Either hit it hard like Judge or hit it soft.
This chiropractic telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Nobody up in the Yankee bullpen, so this is all Sessa.
Sessa's going to have to get 4 outs this inning. Kind of the old expression you say on the bench, giving extra outs to the opposition. Oftentimes, the difference in who wins and who loses.
The ball boy had a little trick for us there, picking up the ball. Lost his footing. If you're Gary Sanchez, you really got to watch it, man. On third, you got to make sure you're getting down. He has not been getting that glove all the way down. That ball came up a little bit. Watch this area right here has to be blocked. That didn't go under his glove right there.
It was close. Sessa got Donaldson with 2 straight sliders in the last at-bat. As you see Jason Shreve, the lefty, now getting warmed up. Kind of looking like Donaldson went up with a plan this time, looking for that slider.
Two.
Another off-speed pitch, just a straight changeup. But, you know, this is the one thing that Sessa should be good at in long relief with having 4 pitches. You know, you're facing guys 2 and 3 times, and it's just not one time through the order. So, you know, you do have to adjust somewhat between the at-bats.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Throw to first. Martin's back. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. The bat goes to shortstop, but the ball settles into the glove of Sanchez as Sessa works out of trouble. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. At the end of 6 1/2, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Blue Jays lead the Yankees 4-1, but on this July 4th, we stay right here to honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your caps? And please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest who is joined by his family. United States Army Sergeant John Allegra from Ellington, Connecticut, who served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. The Yankees say thank you for your sacrifice and service to our nation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join in Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America.
During this 7th inning stretch, let's take a look at some of the week's Budweiser winning moments.
You want to pitch in high leverage innings? Here's what you were asking for.
We have extra innings.
This is a walk-off situation. He's got one good swing coming.
Fans on their feet. Pressure is ratcheting up. And the pitch. And it's swung on. Turned deep to right. That ball up near the wall. Shovel going back. Can't get it. And the Nats win it. There's a base hit. Ball game over. Yankees win. Go! Yankees win. This ball is gone. It does it. What a ride. What a game. What a win.
This Bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Game summary brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. 4-7-0 for the Blue Jays, 1-4-0 for the Yanks. Jay Happ pitched very well. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Sabathia struggled off the DL. Morales, a 2-run single, the last batter that CC faced in the 3rd. And Aaron Judge, a 456-foot home run, his 28th of the year, the Yankees' only run. New left fielder, Carrera takes over for Pierce. And the new pitcher is Dominic Leone. This is his 33rd game, 42 strikeouts in 38 and 2/3 innings. He'll face the bottom of the order, the 1-0 to Carter, 2-0. Cadillac scoreboard, 4-1, Blue Jays lead.
I'd like to apologize to Dominic for butchering his last name before.
wrapped up. Smoke. And it's back in the seats.
Sometimes, Coney, you just got to hold off and let Michael kind of steer you in the right direction.
Yeah, clean it up for us. Yeah, he is the pro here.
He's got them all phonetically spelled and accents where they go and everything.
You know, it was the great Red Barber announcer, professional announcer, Hall of Famer, who said there should not be any athletes in the booth. It should be only professionals.
That's right.
Boy, did he get it wrong. Well, you guys get paid. Ergo, you're professionals.
That's right. Forgot about that.
You're not doing it for free.
Every once in a while, like when you're in the weight room or something, somebody tells you, and I heard this, you do get a reminder, hey, there are people out there listening too. Huh?
That's right. It's
just
not a vacuum
us.
here.
Thought we were up here just watching a game together.
So a full count on Carter. He's 0 for 2. A strong 6 innings for Jay Happ. And the 3-2. And Carter works a walk to start off the 7th.
Well, Coney, here's where you are. You're into the bullpen. And, Happ threw the ball extremely well, kind of shut the Yankees down. But all of a sudden now you're into that bullpen. A long, extended rally going on. See what happens.
Here's Torreyes. And of course he swings at the first pitch, fouls it away.
Just say, before that first pitch, here's a guy that's not going to work the count.
Yeah, that's part of it. As you see the bullpen, once again, a righty and a lefty for the Jays. Torreyes uber aggressive early in the count, first or second pitch. Part of what makes Torreyes such a good utility player might hurt him as an everyday type guy. Very aggressive, not a big on-base percentage guy, not looking for a walk, but great contact skills, though.
Back in the seats. 3. So a full count on Carter. He's 0 for 2. A strong 6 innings for Jay Happ. And the 3-2. And Carter works a walk to start off the 7th.
Once again, a righty and a lefty for the Jays. Percentage guy, not looking for a good utility player might hurt him as an everyday type guy. Very aggressive, not a big on-base percentage guy, not looking for a walk, but great platoon at second base with Torreyes.
Fly ball. Backing up Bautista. He'll make the play, 1 away. Guys like Mel Stoudemire and Willie Randolph wore number 30. 30 is a significant number in Yankee history. And that's what they gave Clint Frazier when he got called up. 1-1. 2-1. Hit his first big league home run at Minute Maid Park. In his first game, a double and a home run. He had 12 home runs at AAA this year. He's got power. 2-1. High fly ball. Tulowitzki now back on the infield dirt, puts it away. 2 away.
You can tell by the body language, you got a pitch to hit and just got under it.
Ball up in the strike zone, and with his bat, his body moving, going to be very hard for him to stay on top of this high fastball. He kind of jumps towards it, just hits under it.
Well, that is going to do it for Dominic Leone. And with the left-hander Brett Gardner due up, they'll go to the bullpen.
No bars.
Oh no, looks like somebody needs a new network.
When I got this unlimited plan, they told me they were all the same.
They're not. Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's basically made for places like this.
Honey, what if it was just us out here?
Right.
So I ordered you a car.
Thank you.
You don't want to be out here at night because of the coyotes.
Okay, thanks, bud. Bye.
Be nice to have your car for some shelter.
Bye.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plus, get the Pixel by Google for just $15 a month.
Ricky Fowler's a professional golfer. When it comes to hitting perfect drives, nobody does it better. He's also into oil painting. Looking good. But when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident. Fortunately for Ricky, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and be sure he's getting the right mortgage. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently.
In the Bronx, as the Yankees battle the Blue Jays in a midweek matinee. That's right. Mark the starting time. Coverage starts at 12:30 with Chevy Yankees pregame. Then we'll have all the action of the series finale right here on Yes and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. It'll be Marco Estrada. Always pitches well against the Yankees. He has that devastating change against Michael Pineda. Yankees are hoping that tomorrow they're going for the sweep rather than that be the rubber game because they have not been that lucky in winning series. Have not won a series in their last 6. So Jeff Beliveau comes in.
Talked about the importance of this homestand leading into the All-Star break. So easy for a player to look forward to that All-Star break, and you've really got to finish it out. The Boston has gone ahead in the division, pick up a game here or there, have a great homestand going into the break, come out feeling pretty good about the second half.
So the lefty Beliveau against Gardner. Judge is on deck. Well, with Judge on deck, it makes Gardner's at-bats all the more important, especially with 2 outs. You see the numbers on Beliveau. This is his 12th game. Gardner gets on, and all of a sudden, you've got Judge coming up again as the tying run. Beliveu's pitched with the Cubs, with the Rays, last year in the Orioles system. Signed with the Jays in December. Actually knocked out for about a year with a torn labrum, so he's come all the way back. And he's from Warwick, Rhode Island. Went to Bishop Hendrickson High School, same as Rocco Baldelli. He's got a 1-1 count here on Gardner.
To your point, Michael, I mean, there were times, as a player, you always want to, get that big hit. I mean, there were times where lefties were brought in to face me and Bernie behind me. And when Bernie had it going on against righties, he crushed righties. And I just knew that, a walk, a hit, any way to get him up against a lefty, good things were going to happen. And you don't know how many times Eddie Guardado, he just owned him. If I could get on somehow, Bernie was going to just put the nail in the coffin. So, and Brett Gardner's in that spot now. It's just battling and battling somehow to get Aaron Judge that big at bat in this game.
Everyday Eddie.
Oh,
he pitched a lot.
Yeah, he did.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. From the bottom of the 7th, Yankees down by 3, 4-1. Carter's on first. And the pitch. Right in on the hands.
Well, a tough pitch to cover for a lefty. Side armor, don't pick it up too well, and it has movement in. Just eats you up. See that ball's inside the label when it hits the bat.
Two. Fouled away. Carter led off the inning with a walk. Then a fly ball right by Torres, a pop up to short by Frazier. Just missed. Beliveau walking off the mound toward the third base dugout. Thought it was strike 3.
Looked low as you see the movement with Martin's glove as he tries to jerk it back up. Possibly away as well, but under the strike zone. Good eyeball from Gardner.
Runner will go. And the 3-2. Strike 3. Gardner down looking.
You know, the low strike was called a ball, and now it was called a strike.
Looked a little bit below the knees as we go to the top of the 8th.
Left foot, right foot, left foot, stop. Hide the eyes.
If you walk the walk,
show them real slow.
You talk the talk. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
No bars.
Oh no, looks like somebody needs a new network.
When I got this unlimited plan, they told me they were all the same.
They're not. Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's basically made for places like this.
Honey, what if it was just us out here?
Right.
So I ordered you a car.
Thank you.
You don't want to be out here at night because of the coyotes.
Okay, thanks, bud. Bye.
Be nice to have your car for some shelter. Bye.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
Maria is an incredible mom. When it comes to helping her daughter, shopping for groceries, unclogging the sink, setting up dentist appointments, and planning birthday parties, nobody does it better. She's also in a rock band. Look at her shred. But when it comes to mortgages, she's less confident. Fortunately for Maria, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so she can understand the details and be sure she's getting the right mortgage. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently.
At this called third strike on Gardner, what do you think?
Well, the previous one was called a ball, and this one's low again. I mean, it's over the heart of the plate, but that's the most frustrating thing for a hitter. You think, as you see, that's below the hollow of the kneecap. That's below that point. But you want consistency. So the previous pitch was on the same height level and called a ball, and then back-to-back pitches on the same height level. One's called one way, one's called the other. Gardner's a professional. Not going to get thrown out of this game.
And you also saw Girardi in the background throw his arms up in the air as if to say, come on. All you ask for as a batter is consistency, and one pitch was a ball, and then strike 3, the same pitch, maybe even lower, was a strike.
You know, especially a veteran guy like Gardner who's got a good feel for the strike zone. And, you know, as an umpire, you kind of know that. You know, the old saying was, call the game not the name, but nonetheless, a guy like a Wade Boggs, somebody with a good eye would get the benefit there.
Smoke lofts one on the left, and Gardner puts it away for the first out. Hyundai scoreboard 4-1, Blue Jays over the Yankees. Sessa's done a very good job. And here's Kendrys Morales.
Sessa into his 5th inning of work here, has yet to walk a batter or give up a run.
Ryan Tepera struggled in last night's game. He's getting ready. 1-1. Line into center field. Hangs up there for Ellsbury, and he puts it away.
Some of the toughest balls you'll have hit to as an outfielder is the one right at you. You don't get a read on it. You can't get to either side of it. Just kind of have to freeze. So Ellsbury right there, as a center fielder, you get a lot because you're right in the middle of the field.
6 putouts for Ellsbury today, 3 in the first inning. Here's Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki 1 for 3. And Sessa deals high, 1-0. It's a tough situation for a long relief man, because if you're used and you're effective and you stay in there, you're probably getting sent down, because you are of absolutely no use to the Yankees for the next 2 days, which means they'd be pitching a man short in the bullpen. So
that's a short bullpen you got out there, Colin.
Yeah, I mean, it's if 8 guys down there's not enough, right? Better get a couple more down there.
Fly ball, right field. Frazier took a step back, now comes in. It's a base hit. 2-out single. And that'll bring up Ezekiel Carrera. Took over in left field for Pierce in the 7th. And Joe Girardi makes his way to the mound. Lefty warming up in the bullpen, so he's going to take the ball from Sessa, who gives them 4 2/3 shutout innings. The runner at first, his responsibility. Good job by the young right-hander.
So if anyone has a reason that these two should not be wed, speak now.
So sorry.
Oh, no.
It's just that your friend Daryl here is supposed to be live streaming the wedding, and he's not getting any service.
I missed like the whole thing.
What?
And I just got an unlimited plan.
It's the right plan, wrong network. See, Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's built to work better in cities. Tell you what, just use mine.
Thanks.
No problem. All right, let's go live. Say hi to everybody who wasn't invited.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
Howdy. Hey.
Here we go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's not your car.
Car's ready.
Wrong car.
Is not your car? I would love to take it, but no. I'm so sorry about that. You guys want to check it out?
Someone else's car.
This is beautiful. What is this?
It's the all-new Chevy Equinox.
This feels like a luxury SUV.
I love this little 360. How do they even do that?
I made a bad decision on my last car purchase.
Well, your car's here.
Bummer. Bummer.
Wah, wah. I'm ready for an upgrade.
Join in on the fun and cash in on the deals at the Chevy 4th of July sales event.
Late night MLS soccer on Yaz as NYCFC looks to extend its 5-match league unbeaten streak when it heads west to battle the Vancouver Whitecaps. Coverage starts at 10, presented by Etihad Airways, right here on Yes, and of course streaming live on Fox Sports Go. No complaints with Louis Cessa, 4 2/3, 5 hits. Didn't walk a batter, struck out 3. And a little dunker into right field by Tulowitzki signaled the end of his outing this afternoon as they turn it over to the lefty, Chasen Shreve, to face Ezekiel Carrera. Shreve, his 23rd game. And a strike. And the 0-1. Missed outside. 1-1. We're in the top of the 8th inning with the Blue Jays up 4-1. Blue Jays scored their runs in the 3rd inning. Yankees with a Judge solo home run in the 4th. That's the scoring in this game. Blue Jays have 8 hits to the Yankees 4.
This game kind of feels like waiting on the bus all day, right? I mean, it's something, gonna happen here. Cessa did an absolute great job by keeping the Yankees in this game. But really, that's the story of the game, is the 4-run 3rd inning, Sabathia with 2 outs, and then Jay Happ did a great job.
Waiting for that rally, and the rally just has not come from the Yankees. It's 6 outs left.
1-2. Foul back to the screen, still 1-2.
Yeah, all the action happened in about 10 minutes in the top of the 3rd, and then Aaron Judge hit a clothesline out by the pinstripebowl.com, and then that's it.
Close with a bang here, Tony.
Still got time. Get a little action going.
And the pitch. Gets away from Sanchez, and that allows Tulowitzki to move to second. That'll be a wild pitch. Sanchez could not keep it in front of him.
It's that patented splitter from Shreve, and that was a tough one. Sanchez, he got himself in decent position there, but that was so far out in front. Took a big hop off the chest protector. Shreve predominantly fastball splitter, even lefty on lefty.
Still 2-2.
It's kind of unusual for a left-handed reliever to have a breaking ball as his 3rd best pitch. Generally, that's the pitch you look for from a reliever, to come in and throw those nasty sliders on guys like Paul O'Neill and left-handed batters. Shreve's best pitch is a splitter. He's got a good one when it's right.
A lot of matchups like there used to be. You see lefties, and they all had big breaking balls. Now lefties are expected to get out righties and
swing and a miss.
Off-speed pitch there, split finger.
Well, if you've been coming in and out from the barbecue, now's the time to put down the hot dogs and hamburgers, because it could be fireworks time on July 4th. Why? Aaron Judge is leading off in the bottom of the 8th. That's why.
No bars.
Oh no, looks like somebody needs a new network.
When I got this unlimited plan, they told me they were all the same.
They're not. Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's basically made for places like this.
Honey, what if it was just us out here?
Right.
So I ordered you a car.
Thank you.
You don't want to be out here at night because of the coyotes.
Okay, thanks, bud. Bye.
Be nice to have your car for some shelter. Bye.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plus, get the Pixel by Google for just $15 a month.
Ricky Fowler's a professional golfer. When it comes to hitting perfect drives, nobody does it better. He's also into oil painting. looking good. But when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident. Fortunately for Ricky, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and be sure he's getting the right mortgage. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently.
Premiere of Hope Week Remembered and relive the uplifting and inspiring stories of those individuals and organizations honored this year during Yankees Hope Week. Friday night at 11, only on Yes. Ryan Tepera comes on to face Aaron Judge. Judge has struck out twice, but in the middle of those strikeouts, a 456-foot home run just to the left of dead center. Those are the numbers on Tepera. Way outside. Hyundai scoreboard 4-1. Blue Jays over the Yankees. This 2-3 in the Yankee order, it's concerning to pitchers. Judge and Sanchez, that's a difficult duo to navigate. And then you consider how much deeper and longer the Yankee lineup becomes if you get a Holiday back, if you get a Castro back, if you get a Hicks back. So losing those guys, that's significant, and it's part of the reason why the Yankees have stumbled of late. The 2-0, staying away against Judge in the count 3-0. Bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees down by 3 with a green light. Judge taking all the way 3-1.
Even with Aaron Judge's power and his dominance at the plate in these counts, down 3 runs, you've got to let this pitcher kind of dig a hole for himself if he wants to.
Three and 2. Fouled away. All 4 at-bats. He's been 3 and 2. And it's been a hallmark of his great first half. He admitted last year if he get to 2 strikes, he would feel as if the at-bat was over, but he's come back routinely from 0-2 in the count. Doesn't seem as if 2 strikes really fluster him that much. 3-2. Foul back to the screen.
My goodness, Coney. Good swing, good pitch right there.
Well, here it is, hit it. And right on it, but fouled back.
Swings and misses, so Judge goes down on strikes for the 3rd time today.
Pretty decent spot here, down and away, and foul tipped once again. So the timing is there. His last 2 strikeouts have been foul tipped right back to the mitt. Give Tepera credit, though. Wasn't going to walk him after falling down 3-0.
Sanchez takes high. Gary infield single in the first. Back to the mound in the fourth. And then he walked in the sixth. So a 12-game hitting streak here at home. And the pitch. Popped up left side. Donaldson and Tulowitzki. And Donaldson makes the play for the second out.
You're Tepera, you come in, you think, wow, I got Judge, I got Sanchez. And all of a sudden, in the span of 3 pitches, you've got a strikeout and an easy pop out. You got to feel like, wow, navigated through that one pretty quick. Now let's get this last out.
So here's Gregorius. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Yankees trail 4-1.
It's another example, Paulie, of the 8th inning really being almost like the save. The heart of the order. The best Yankee hitters are coming up in this inning, the 8th, not the 9th. It's just so often the case.
Tyler Clippard up for the Yanks.
I use Mariano Rivera as an example, talking about bullpen usage and game theory nowadays. And the best year Mariano Rivera had was 1996.
Yeah, setting up 7th and 8th. It was the best year I had in right field because from the 7th inning on, it was a lot of fun. You pretty much didn't need your glove.
1-2 on Didi.
Game 6 of the 96 World Series. 6th inning, Mariano comes in, game over. And John Wetland at the 9th with a little bit of excitement. Get through 3 outs.
Swing and a miss. Strong inning for Ryan Tepera as the Yankees go down in order. We go to the 9th inning here on July 4th. Happy birthday, America. It's 4-1 Toronto.
Join in on the fun and cash in on the deals at the Chevy 4th of July sales event.
This is a fast car. Oh, boy.
Enjoy the ride this summer on exciting Chevy vehicles. For a limited time, get 0% financing for 72 months on select 2017 models. Or get 20% below MSRP on 2017 Impala Premier and Sonic LT. Find new roads at the Chevy 4th of July sales event.
So if anyone has a reason that these two should not be wed, speak now.
So sorry.
Oh, no.
It's just that your friend Daryl here is supposed to be live streaming the wedding, and he's not getting any service.
I missed like the whole thing.
What?
And I just got an unlimited plan.
It's the right plan, wrong network. See, Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's built to work better in cities. Tell you what, just use mine.
Thanks.
No problem. All right, let's go live. Say hi to everybody who wasn't invited.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Just $45 per line for 4 lines.
Immediately following the final out of this 4th of July showdown, stay tuned for the WB Mason postgame. Our studio team has highlights, analysis, and reaction of today's game, plus your thoughts from Joe Girardi on the manager's report. It's only on Yes. Well, the Yankees are running out of time. Now they turn it over to Tyler Clippard to try to hold it here at 4-1. He'll come in to pitch the 9th. Kevin Pillar will lead off. And Clippard deals outside. Well, the Yankee bullpen certainly has been splendid today. Warren got the out in the third. Sessa pitched 4 2/3. Shreve got the final out of the seventh, or should I say the eighth, and then Tyler Clippard here in the ninth. Let's see how he does. They've given the offense all an offense could ask for, zeros, and given them time to get back into the game. The offense has been unable to do anything. First against Happ, then Leone, then Beliveau, and Tepera was dominant in the eighth inning. Rounded up the middle and off the glove of a diving Gregorius for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Pilar. Here's Barney.
Barney 0 for 2 on the day, but did have a big walk in the third inning when the Blue Jays scored 4 runs.
He bunts and bunts it foul back to the screen.
I thought of all the at-bats in that inning, that walking Barney was probably the one that hurt Sabathia the most.
Well, that kind of opened the floodgates. He never recovered from that walk. 1-1.
Pilar, obviously somebody you have to pay attention to here. Very aggressive base stealer.
Bunted toward Carter. And he throws to Torres for the out. Sacrifice successful, 3-4.
Carter couldn't get out of his glove, and the last thing you want to do is throw it really high to Torres. Not getting up that high.
Yeah, the old school play, bunt. Carter, a little trouble at first, but plenty of time. I'm just not a fan of that play, Paul. You know, if I'm on the mound, you gave me an out. I'd rather see a hit and run, or Pilar's got good speed, Barney's got some back control. But if I'm on the mound right now, I'm saying thank you for that out.
Yeah, I agree. At times, I think the hit and run is a play that is not used nearly enough because so many things can happen by getting the infielders moving.
High fly ball off the bat of Bautista. Be another put out for Ellsbury. Makes the play. Also, which makes it all the more curious, David, you're up by 3 runs. You're up by 3 runs. Don't you want to put a big number on the board just to put the Yankees asleep? I mean, you're bunting to maybe try to go ahead or tie at the worst.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, John Gibbons is thinking about an insurance run just to tack on. They've had a rough stretch here, so just guessing. I'm sure that's what he's thinking. It's just a, you know, it's a classic old school, new school battle of wits and what's better. You know, do you believe in the new school and looking at the numbers and playing the percentages, or do you believe in old school, getting the bunt down, moving the runners over, clutch hitting with 2 strikes or 2 outs, runners in scoring position?
Pitch to Martin is foul back, and the numbers tell you it's not the percentage move. You have a better chance of scoring with nobody out and a runner on first than you do with 1 out and a runner at second. You just do. I mean, they've crunched the numbers on it. That's why the sabermetrics crowd does not believe in bunting.
You know, I speak at it. You know, I frame the debate from my personal experience as a pitcher on the mound. When that happened to me, it was relief. Thank you. You gave me an out with 1 easy pitch right down the middle. There's obviously more variables involved. Who's pitching, who's running, who's on base, who's on deck, how good of a bunter the guy at the plate is.
And certainly if there's a pitcher up, then you get it. So a big out here for Clippard, runner at second, 2 outs. Martin fouls it away. 1 and 2. Russell is 2 for 4 today. A couple singles and a run scored.
So I got to remember, every time Clippard takes the mound now, it's one of those, you know, can we get him back to where he was? And, you know, he had that outing in Chicago that a lot of people feel good getting into that bases loaded jam. They end up losing the game anyway. But, you know, every time he takes the mound, is it a step closer to where he was, or is he getting farther away?
He had a heck of an effort in Houston in the late in the game there, where he ended up, Clippard that is, got a big strikeout.
1-2, strike 3. Martin down looking. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Do the Yankees have a rally in their bones? We'll see.
Howdy. Hey. Here we go. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's not your car.
Car's ready.
Wrong car.
Is not your car? I would love to take it, but no. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. You guys want to check it out?
Someone else's car.
This is beautiful. What is it?
It's the all-new Chevy Equinox.
This feels like a luxury SUV.
I love this little 360. How do they even do that?
I made a bad decision on my last car purchase.
Well, your car's here.
Bummer. Bummer.
Wah, wah. I'm ready for an upgrade.
Maria is an incredible mom. When it comes to helping her daughter, shopping for groceries, unclogging the sink, setting up dentist appointments, and planning birthday parties, nobody does it better. She's also in a rock band. Look at her shred. But when it comes to mortgages, she's less confident. Fortunately for Maria, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so she can understand the details and be sure she's getting the right mortgage. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently.
It's time to take a look at the Land Rover drive of the game, Paul.
Well, it came back in the 4th inning, and there was Aaron Judge, 456-foot line drive. His Major League leading 28th home run. That's your Land Rover drive of the game, but to this point, it's not enough for the Yankees.
Coming on for the Blue Jays is Antonio Osuna. My bad. That's his uncle. It's Roberto Osuna. Osuna's had some problems off the field. On June 24th, he wasn't used in the game, and then he said, "I just feel a little bit anxious. I'm just not myself right now. I don't really know how to explain it. I wish I knew how to get out of this. We're trying to find ways to see what can make me feel better, but to be honest, I just don't know." Now he's pitched 3 times since, and he's had 3 scoreless innings. Went on to say, this has nothing to do with me being on the field. I feel great out there. When I'm not on the field, I feel a bit lost. Headley will lead it off against Roberto Osuna. And there's a strike. So the Yankees down to their final 3 outs. They're down 4-1. Headley waves through that one. 0-2.
Well, I view that as progress, Michael. 30 years ago, it was a weakness if you had a mental health issue, or you admitted it. It was perceived as weakness. Nowadays, that's progress. When you can speak honestly about problems you might be having, or depression issues, or whatever issues regarding mental health. It's so taboo for so long, and it's a good thing that players can feel like they can talk about things, whatever it is.
It does put a human being in the uniform. See, the problems that go around the world, you're not exempt from them because you wear a major league uniform or you play a sport for a living.
Swing and a miss, and Headley down on strikes. Osuna certainly inherited this closer role at a very, very young age, and that has not rattled him at all. But as he mentioned, it's the off-the-field stuff. He has converted 18 straight save chances, and that's tied with the Dodgers' Kenley Jansen for the longest active streak this season. Here's Jacoby Ellsbury as the Yankees need base runners. They're down by 3, 4-1. A lot
of times good pitching has a tendency to make a team look flat. And you just looked at the Yankees today, and it's just like they were a hit away from a rally. They were a big hit away from getting to the point where they could win this game. And to this point, they just have not been able offensively to get in sync and put any pressure whatsoever on the Toronto Blue Jays pitching.
1-2, and Ellsbury thought that pitch was outside.
Backdoor cut spin to it. From the overhead.
Got the corner. Two and two on Ellsbury.
A couple of years ago that Osuna made the team out of spring training as a 20-year-old. Top prospect. Is he going to be a starter or a reliever? Now, at age 22, he's the youngest pitcher in history to reach 75 saves. You see there, another good pitch to Ellsbury.
So the Yankees are down to their final out.
Another cut spin, and the other one was called a strike. This one down a little lower. Ellsbury feels inclined to chase it.
Tyler Wade is going to pinch hit for Chris Carter. It's the age-old question. You wonder, are the Yankees just flat today, or has Blue Jay pitching made them flat? Wade jumps on the first pitch and grounds it foul.
Now, whatever it is, you got to remember, you've got an opportunity to win 2 out of 3 tomorrow, and then you've got a first-place Milwaukee team coming in to finish this weekend series off. So you get some big games ahead of you. There's a lot of questions to be answered, a lot of injuries. The Yankees are not in a bad spot.
This should do it. Ground ball is short. And the Yankees go down quietly in the 9th inning. 1-2-3. Osuna nails it down. And the Blue Jays beat the Yankees by a score of 4-1. So the Yankees win yesterday. The Blue Jays win today. And as Paul said, tomorrow becomes the rubber game as the Yankees try to win their first series in 7. Time to go back to the studio. Bob Lorenz and Jack Curry set the table for the rest of the day.
The ball. And I'm sure most of you realize by now the The bullpens are no longer located on the field of play at Wrigley. Sometimes they'll put the name of a guy who is warming up in the new bullpens, which are located out of